The following is an Investor Brand Network audio production via our audio press release solutions. As a multifaceted financial news and publishing company, Investor Brand Network utilizes its network of more than 5,000 distribution partners as well as other corporate communication tools to introduce public and private companies to a wide audience of investors, consumers, journalists, and the general public. Investor Brand Network's platform connects the investment community with companies that have great potential and a strong dedication to building shareholder value. The following audio press release may feature a client partner of Investor Brand Network. Investor Brand Network may have been compensated for the production of this audio production. Please be sure to read our entire disclaimer for full disclosure.
Network Newswire presents Nicotine Surges as Smoking Sags. Seems like yesterday, people were smoking cigarettes everywhere. Many people still have memories of Grandpa puffing on his Camels. It wasn't until 1993 that smoking was banned in hospitals and on airplanes in 1998. Despite these and many other restrictions, the global market for nicotine-based products remains incredibly robust. Total global retail sales associated with the nicotine ecosystem during 2020 reached approximately $853 billion, with around 5.2 trillion retail cigarette sticks sold. Nicotine isn't just big business, it's huge business, and companies are constantly looking for ways to keep and grow market share. The majors are evermore turning to innovation and alternative delivery methods to achieve their objectives. An example of that is the breakthrough technology of Lexaria Bioscience Corp, NASDAQ ticker symbol LEXX, and its patented DehydraTECH delivery platform. Suitable for use across a wide range of product formats such as pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, and over-the-counter products, Lexaria's DehydraTECH also increases the delivery characteristics of orally administered nicotine. Multiple companies have already licensed DehydraTECH technology and are paying royalties to Lexaria for its use. Lexaria has licensed DehydraTECH to the Altria Group, or MO, the largest tobacco company in the country, which is currently evaluating the tech for possible use in non-combusted oral nicotine products. In addition, British American Tobacco Industries plc ADR, or BTI, has conducted some early evaluation of Lexaria's tech, and the market is waiting to hear if either company might implement it. Meanwhile, Philip Morris International, or PM, is aggressively pursuing tobacco-free nicotine products as GlaxoSmithKline plc, or GSK, tries to wean folks from nicotine with smoking cessation products. The trend is clear. Smoking is out, and new tech is in. Philip Morris is investing $16 billion to acquire a leading smokeless oral nicotine company. 1.1 billion people smoked cigarettes regularly worldwide in 2019, with approximately 71% wanting to quit. Lexaria Bioscience has developed and patented DehydraTECH, a technology for enhancing delivery of oral nicotine. Lexaria is a technology provider to Altria, for which Altria is evaluating DehydraTECH for smokeless oral nicotine formulations. Some countries are proposing national cigarette bans. Looking for tobacco alternatives. When the world started enacting laws banning smoking, it didn't take long for the momentum to build, with countries worldwide forbidding smoking in many public areas with a huge array of punishments. In Bhutan, the sale or smuggling of cigarettes into the small South Central Asian country is punishable by jail time with no chance for bail. In a move to make smoking as unglamorous as possible, Australia passed a law in 2012 restricting cigarette packages to only a plain brown color, with no labels or branding as light or mild. Still, the fact remains that an estimated 1.1 billion people smoked cigarettes in 2019. According to stats from the World Health Organization, a stunning 780 million people said they want to quit. As a result, people look to a multitude of options, such as nicotine pouches, boosting the market from $2.33 billion in 2020 with an eye-popping 30.7% annual growth rate to $21.84 billion by the end of 2027, according to MarketResearch.com. This is an opportunity that lands right in the wheelhouse of Lexaria Bioscience Corp, NASDAQ ticker symbol LEXX. The company has been developing its DehydraTECH technology since 2014, regularly strengthening and broadening the technology to an unprecedented degree. The company now stands as a global leader in enhancing the speed and efficiency of orally delivered lipophilic, that is, fat-soluble, drugs and active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs. The company has protected its intellectual property with a robust patent portfolio that currently consists of 25 patents granted in more than 40 countries, as well as another 50 patents pending worldwide. The number of potential applications for DehydraTECH is mind-boggling. The technology has been proven to increase bioabsorption of cannabinoids and nicotine by 5 to 10 times. In some instances, bioavailability for cannabinoids has increased up to 27 times relative to standard industry formulations. Bioavailability is healthcare nomenclature for how much of the active ingredient in a product reaches its target. Improving bioavailability can be the difference between a blockbuster product and an also-ran. Among other things, Lexaria is beginning the path of registering DehydraTECH CBD with the FDA for the purpose of treating hypertension, an estimated $30 billion per year market in 2022. Lexaria is also leveraging research, demonstrating early-stage effectiveness in improving delivery through human skin for the potential development of topically administered products, including patches, creams, and lotions. Majors attention. With demand swelling for nicotine alternatives, Lexaria is understandably aggressively proving the superiority of utilizing DehydraTECH in product manufacturing. That means research and studies, and the tech hasn't disappointed. An oral nicotine absorption study completed late in 2021 revealed that Lexaria's nicotine delivered via an oral pouch product required between 2 to 4 minutes to deliver nicotine levels in blood plasma compared to concentration-matched controls that took 45 minutes. Peak levels of DehydraTECH nicotine, which were similar at both 8 and 30 minutes, were approximately 10 times higher than the peak level of the controls, at around 45 minutes. In short, the pharmacokinetic data, or PK, or data mapping the complete process of drug delivery through exiting the body, showed DehydraTECH to be markedly superior throughout the 2-hour duration of effect. Dosing is slated to begin this summer for Lexaria's latest human study, a PK randomized, double-blinded crossover study comparing Lexaria's DehydraTECH nicotine pouch performance to that of existing leading brands currently sold in the U.S., such as On and Zyn. The nicotine pouch is on fire, and if Lexaria's DehydraTECH performs as expected, the stock could catch fire too. This study is particularly important because On is a product manufactured by Helix Innovations LLC, an Altria joint venture, and Zyn is a product of Swedish Match, which is subject to a takeover bid. It is a safe assumption that major competitors will be looking at the outcome of this type of a trial as a means to differentiate their products with faster onset, higher peak level, and longer duration of nicotine delivery than anything else on the market. To that point, it is worth noting that in April, Lexaria entered into new agreements with Altria Client Services LLC, noting that they will be compensated to provide certain DehydraTECH power-based nicotine formulations to be evaluated by Altria over the next 12 months. M&A activity bodes well for Lexaria. As mentioned, Swedish Match is the owner of the popular Zyn brand of tobacco-free nicotine pouches. Shares of the Stockholm-based company rocketed ahead about 25% earlier this month to an all-time high after Philip Morris, the international maker of Marlboro cigarettes, disclosed being in negotiations to buy Swedish Match, a move to increase its exposure in the fast-growing market for alternatives to cigarettes. It was later reported that Philip Morris was bidding $16 billion to buy Swedish Match, a monumental development. Media outlets ran wild with the takeover news, making references to a battle underway between Philip Morris and Altria, two of the world's biggest names in tobacco. Ironically, Philip Morris was actually a spin-off of Altria in 2008, each of them continuing to sell the Marlboro brand, but with Altria limited to the U.S. market and Philip Morris basically to the rest of the world. Altria's stock dropped more than 10% from its all-time high on the news, as analysts and investors alike interpreted a Swedish Match buyout as positive for Philip Morris to capture market share immediately in the U.S. next-generation products market. This makes the relationship between Altria and NASDAQ-listed Lexaria, a company with a $12 million market cap, all the more interesting for a new product creation.
This audio press release is an original broadcast provided by Investor Brand Network, a multifaceted financial news and publishing company that delivers a new generation of corporate communication solutions, including news aggregation and syndication, social communication, and brand awareness tools. Investor Brand Network may receive payments for the services and solutions provided to its client partners. You should assume that the owners, officers, and directors of Investor Brand Network or financial analysts mentioned in this audio production may hold a position in and may intend to trade the securities on their own accounts. This audio production is not an offer or recommendation to buy or sell any securities mentioned in this audio production. The information in this broadcast is presented solely for informative purposes and is not intended to be or should it be construed as investment advice. As in all investments, investment in the featured companies carries an investment risk. Listeners should review the companies thoroughly with a registered investment advisor or registered stockbroker. This audio production by Investor Brand Network is not purported to be a complete study of the featured company or other companies mentioned. Information used and statements of fact have been obtained from featured companies and other sources but not verified nor guaranteed by Investor Brand Network as to completeness or accuracy. Such information is subject to change without notice. Please see our full disclaimers and disclosures at investorbrandnetwork.com.